Hi, I'm Adam, and this is Hope Reserve, where we think through Bible theology and worldview. And we're currently in the series where we look through my book, Starting Blocks for a Good Start Following Jesus. And the book is all about helping new believers grow and develop and build a good foundation of faith so that they can be successful and have a good start in their relationship with the Lord, or continue to grow depending on where you are in your faith journey. And I wanted to go into some of the content that I have in the book in this series so that anybody that wants it and can benefit from it will have access to the information. And if you're interested in more detail and more of the information, I go into a lot more detail and provide a lot more information in the book, and you can find it on Amazon, and I'll be sure to put a link below. In this episode, we're going to look at the history of the church and some important events and teachings that have come about since the church was established. So I'm going to look at dates and events, and some of these important events. So between 2 BC and 32 AD, the life of Jesus and his death and resurrection. And the first century was the birth of the church. From 325 to 787 were the ecumenical councils. And those councils, they kind of tried to make sense of teaching, try to deal with false teaching and heresies and other issues. And they helped to establish kind of the beliefs that the church believes today. And the 5th century was the papal ascendancy. And 1054 was the split into Roman and Orthodox Church. And then 1096 through 1291, the Roman Catholic were the Crusades, the Roman Catholic Crusades. In the 14th century was the Eastern Orthodox mission efforts, and that's to the present. And then 1517 was the start of the Protestant Church. And the 16th century to the present are the Roman Catholic mission efforts. And then the 17th century to the present are the Protestant mission efforts. So, as we mentioned, there were ecumenical councils from 325 to 787. And these councils, there were 7 of them that were to resolve issues in the church. So, we're going to look at some of the details. So, the first one happened in 325 in Nicaea. And in this one, Jesus was declared fully God. The second one is in 381 AD, and it was held in Constantinople. And in this one, Jesus is declared fully human. The third one was in 431 AD, and it was in Ephesus. And Jesus was considered a unified person, and Mary is considered God-bearer. And the fourth was in 451 AD in Chalcedon, and Jesus is declared to have God's nature and human nature in one person. The fifth happened in 553 AD in Constantinople, and it confirmed the fourth council and denounced the teachings of 3 individuals. The sixth happened in 680 through 681, and it was held in Constantinople, and Jesus is declared to have a divine and human will that operate in a perfect moral way, in a morally perfect way. The seventh happened in 787. It was in Nicaea, and symbols and icons were accepted as a helpful for worship. So there are essentially 3 branches of the church. So we kind of see that in these major events that we talked about. So the Roman Catholic Church, the Eastern Orthodox, and Protestant Church. And you can kind of see that they broke off at different times because in the beginning there was just one church, and over time conflict arose, or there was a need for reformation or things like that, and it resulted in these 3 branches. So I hope you enjoyed learning about church history, and I just want to thank you for listening.